If you're here, you're a filmmaker. Whether you're an actor who's trying to put that groundbreaking lead role on their resume, or a director that's dying to make their first long-form story, or a writer aching to get your words on screen, but you probably feel like the world is against you, or at least the industry, like it's impossible to make a feature film. Maybe that's funding, or access to the right gear, or understanding all the technicalities behind how gear works, or maybe finding the right script. It all feels a little bit like walking around in a forest at nighttime in the fog without a map. If that sounds like you, this could be the most important video you ever watch. This might be the inflection point between feeling frustrated to actually getting your career moving. What if I could guarantee you your first feature film in hand, ready to show the world in the next few months? I want to tell you about Filmmaker Fast Track. It's a one-of-a-kind program designed to help you launch a successful film career, and it all hinges on this thing called value compounding. I guarantee you that if you join Filmmaker Fast Track, engage in the community, and follow the steps, you will have your own first feature film. How can I guarantee something so insane when making a feature film seems to be the hardest thing in the world? Well, just look at these results. Vinny just finished production on his musical mockumentary in just 7 months. Emily is in post-production on her dark comedy, and Zilka Engler is submitting her post-apocalyptic feature film to festivals and has already booked 2 studio television directing jobs as a result, and her film's not even out yet. So what makes Filmmaker Fast Track so different? Well, it's because of a concept called value compounding. This is not a new idea. This has been used to create successful careers for people like Greta Gerwig and Christopher Nolan and Mark Duplass and Kevin Smith and Quentin Tarantino and 1,000 others, but it hasn't been distilled into a step-by-step process until now. This is the only place you can find this. Here's how it works. We break down every single step of the filmmaking process, from concept to distribution. That's writing, pre-production, production, post-production, and distribution, into small, achievable steps. I know when you step back and you look at the mountain, it looks like you could never climb it, but we break it down into a very easily digestible process. How does this work? What are you going to get with Filmmaker Fast Track? We break down the filmmaking essentials, step by step, every single step of the way, from conceptualizing your feature film idea into writing it, casting it, shooting it, post-production, all the way through deliverables, festivals, getting your film seen and sold. We break all of it down into small baby steps that are fit for really any skill level. So it doesn't matter if this is your first time thinking about this or if you've been making films for years, but there's absolutely no reason a complete beginner can't do this. In fact, I've watched many of them do it through this course before. The next thing that you're going to learn is resources and why you actually don't need nearly as much as you think you do. We find alternative routes to just about everything, so you do not need to finance a film. There is no necessary crowdfunding or grants or any of that stuff. We find alternative methods. The cherry on the sundae of Filmmaker Fast Track is the mentorship and the community. You get immediate access to me. I will be in the message boards in the community, responding to people, sending people Loom videos to help get you out of little roadblocks you might run into. There's also live calls every single week where you can just jump on and I will answer your burning questions. If there's something I can't answer, somebody in my personal community will come on and guest speak for the day, so you can actually have access to a distributor or a cinematographer or an editor, whatever you might need to talk to help you through whatever challenge you might be facing in the process. The point is, you actually get a personalized journey through this whole process, and you get access to a community of like-minded filmmakers that are in the same process as you are. This is not just theory. This is how Octavio was able to shoot his film in 9 days with zero budget, which allowed him to pitch and win his next job, where he got to star in and direct and write a $300,000 feature film. This is also how the Emmy-nominated Mark Duplass started his career. He used this exact same strategy. So let's be honest, do you think you can't make a film because you don't have the money or the connections or the resources? You've faced rejection anytime you've tried to secure funding. The equipment you need seems to be out of reach, and finding a skilled crew seems to be impossible. The business side of the film industry seems like a mystery, and getting your film seen seems insurmountable. These are the exact problems that Filmmaker Fast Track solves. Maybe you've tried this before and it feels like the industry is set up to keep you out. That ends now. With Filmmaker Fast Track, those barriers are demolished. No more excuses. We provide you with the precise steps to overcome all of these challenges, ensuring that you have the knowledge and the strategies that you need and the connections that you need to succeed. With Filmmaker Fast Track, we turn all of these challenges into stepping stones. You'll learn to navigate the filmmaking process without the need for extensive connections or expensive resources. Our step-by-step guidance ensures your production is seamless, leveraging what you already have wherever you are. You don't need to be in LA or New York. Gain invaluable industry insights from seasoned filmmakers, learn the business side of filmmaking, and discover how to get your film in front of the right audiences and decision makers. It works, and we'll show you how to make it work for you. You might be thinking, this all sounds great, but what if I fail? That's why we offer a no-risk guarantee. If you watch the content, engage in the community, show up on the calls, and it doesn't resonate in the first 30 days, I will refund every penny, no questions asked. Plus, community support ensures you're never alone. You'll have access to peer feedback, industry advice, and continuous support. I've charged up to $2,000 for this course in the past and taught small groups at a time, but I really want to grow this community of filmmakers and make it as accessible as possible to as many as I can. So if you're serious about making your first feature film and you want an all-in-one solution that guarantees results, click the link below and join the community today. Remember, if you're not satisfied, I will refund your money. There's absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. Click the link below and take your first steps toward your first feature film. Now let's recap really quickly what you're getting with Filmmaker Fast Track. You're getting comprehensive guidance from script to screen. Every step of the process is covered with courses and live calls for support. You get industry access. You get to connect to veterans in the film industry that have already walked this path. You get cost-effective resources. We show you what you actually need to make a feature film, and you will be surprised. It's not nearly what you think it is. It's definitely not what film school teaches, and you're not going to find this stuff on YouTube. Lastly, we'll teach you how to extract every bit of value out of your film so you can get it seen by the right people who can open the right doors for you. So again, if you're ready to break into the film industry and make that feature film dream a reality, click the link below and join the community. You'll get instant access to the Filmmaker Fast Track community where you'll have all the tools, resources, and support that you need to succeed. And if you don't like it in 30 days, I will refund your money, no questions asked. So you have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. Stop waiting on your dreams. Click the link below, join the community, introduce yourself, and start your film career with Filmmaker Fast Track. I can't wait to meet you and be part of your journey.